Kyle Whittingham is with us on the phone right now. Coach, congratulations on the start of the season that you guys have had. What's the initial reaction that you have to the ranking?
Well, I would say it's pretty much as we anticipated. I mean, it mirrors to the greater extent the rankings that have already been posted, the AP and the coaches polls. So I don't think there's big surprises, and like I said, it's about par for what we anticipated.
All right, so Coach, we got to ask. You're in a bye week. Are you watching it with your staff, your team? Are you watching it in your house? What's going on here as you're taking in the info?
Actually, at the office. Still getting some work done, and just watching it on the TV here at the office. And me and Coach Ludwig and a couple other coaches are still around. So that's where we're at right now.
Coach certainly dialed in on what's happening right now around the country, especially with the college football playoff rankings. You can understand why. Coach, you've been around college football for a really long period of time. Can you imagine a world, knowing what you guys have to navigate in this conference, that with one loss as a Pac-12 champion, you guys would be on the outside looking in?
Well, that's a ways off. There's a lot of football left, but the structure of the playoffs right now, that's certainly a possibility. I mean, that's why I'm in the camp of thinking that every champion of each Power 5 conference should have an automatic bid. But right now, that's not the case. And so, bottom line is somebody's going to be left out. So we'll just have to see how things unfold.
Talked about the structure of the CFP. Just share your analysis of the structure of this conference, right? You got 9 conference games. You live how brutal the schedule is on a day-to-day basis. Just share what the challenge that going and winning the South and potentially a Pac-12 title is for someone in your position.
Yeah, it's a gauntlet. There's no doubt about it. The Pac-12 schedule, and particularly with that 9th game, that in reality, that's probably the biggest disadvantage we have is that 9th game, that 9th conference game, and as far as the CFP is concerned, but have no control over that. So you just go about your business and play them as they're appearing on the schedule, and do the best you can. And the key now is just to be focused one at a time, just like we've been all season long, and not get ahead of anything. Because, like I said, there's a lot of football left and a lot of different things that can happen.
Coach, there's a resiliency factor with your football team. We've seen it the last couple seasons, and yet coming off of a loss, to see what you guys have been able to do every single week, take care of business, but the way that you're winning some of these football games, as you guys check in on these college football playoff rankings, how are you going to address what needs to be done with your football team?
Well, first thing is we don't talk much about big picture at all. We really try to narrow our focus and just worry about the task at hand, and we don't worry about anything but having a good practice, that particular day, and then playing the full 60 minutes on every single Saturday. And so I think our players have really bought into that approach, and our guys are very grounded and understand that that's really the only way you can operate if you want to have a chance.
Coach, the committee would say that style points don't matter, but history would say that it does. Can you talk about that with your staff at all as games come up here and the rankings are what they may become?
Not really, and we've had a few games this year where we could have poured it on a little bit more, but opted not to, and I just think that's the way to go. And the style point thing doesn't sit well with me, and there's no reason to humiliate or embarrass somebody, and once you got the win and things are pretty well in hand, that's just not our style, and maybe it's to our to a fault for us, but just don't subscribe to that school of thought.
Coach, I've referenced your football program as one of the toughest in the country. We saw it on display last season with some of the personnel that got banged up, yet you still found a way to get to a Pac-12 championship this year, dealing with some injuries. I know Tyler hasn't been 100% healthy. Yogi has made a case for him to go to New York City for a Heisman. He's called him one of the most efficient passers that we have in the country. The numbers bear it out. What's the most impressive thing that you've seen from the sideline or in practice every single day being around Tyler Huntley?
I don't think it's any one thing. It's just the entire body of work and the entire scope of his focus, his work ethic, on and off the field. He's studying film constantly, in his downtime. Coach Andy Ludwig, has been a great mentor for him this year, and really taking him to the next level. And Tyler really started to flash last year. You saw some of those things starting to develop with his accuracy and so forth. But this year, he has just taken everything to an even higher level. And Andy has done a great job of tailoring the offense fit Tyler's strengths. The play action stuff and the under center stuff that we've added really suit him, and he's really just embraced everything that Coach Ludwig's put on his table, and just been a great leader for us. I mean, can't say enough good things. And if he was to be able to go to New York, that'd be great, because I've never been to that ceremony, and I would love to have a chance to go with him.
Oh, same here. If you go, you and I were going to a Broadway show. So
all right, you got it.
That's a deal. Yeah. All right, last one from me, Coach. Out of curiosity, you've been around this game for a long time and this program for a long time. Can you categorize this team as a special team?
Absolutely, and that I've been saying as much for most of the season, how enjoyable they are to be around and how fun they are to coach, and practices really run themselves. I mean, they've got such great leadership. We've got such great leadership on this team, and the senior class is outstanding. We had an outstanding senior class last year, but it was very small. We only had, I think it was 8 or 9 scholarship seniors on the team, and this class is more 15 or 16. But it's been one of my most, if not the most enjoyable year of my career, and just enjoy coming to work every day, and can't wait to get out on the field with them and watch them do their thing.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the success so far that you have. I know there's a lot of work that still needs to get done. Hopefully we will see you at Levi Stadium for a Pac-12 championship game.
Okay, guys, appreciate it. Thank you.